So here we have the Auglaize River and over here the Maumee River, two rivers converging right here into Defiance. What's up? Huh? See him, Whiskey? What you doing? Come here and talk to us. So, anyways, so we have two polluted rivers dumping pollution right into Defiance, and then end up picking up also Defiance's added pollution and taking it down through till you get to Lake Erie. And so one of my questions is this why we have so many weird here in Defiance, right? And I apologize because I moved over to here because when I was over there, I didn't realize anyone was over there, and I asked that. And as I was recording, and there was a homeless dude over there who, stood up with his dog, and I didn't see him there, right? So now I feel bad, like I wasn't trying to say he's one of the weird. There's some weird shit here in Defiance, weird people here in Defiance. Most of the kids you see running around, it's pretty cool because they seem well-mannered and stuff overall. They run up, a lot of times want to pet Whiskey, and other than that, they seem like they're doing, like they don't seem like they're doing bad things, stuff like that, right? The real threat to kids around here, and most anywhere these days, is the gaming and social media. Otherwise, the ones that are getting out enjoying some time with each other outside. But otherwise, you spend some time around here in Defiance, and it's not just around here, I get it. Some weird fucking people. There's weird people just all over the world anymore, right? So my thing is it have anything to do with the polluted water? The truth is, we won't never know. We would never get the answers to that because it's all lies, right? The people who know will lie about it for this reason or that reason, right? Nothing but liars. Just like, you take all these different things going on. You take this, the weather, we have the auroras being visible down here in Ohio, even further than that, right? And the supposed down into Nevada even, right? Purple skies, right? And the truth is, if you pay attention, they're turning purple even during the day a lot of times. They're during sunsets and stuff. That's what we don't understand. How they've messed up the weather, how they're pulling all this weird stuff, and everything's turning purple. Why are they turning everything purple, right? Like, not even our skies. It's even, storms are coming in, like down there in Florida. When Milton hit, the skies were turning purple ahead of it, right? And now the auroras at night showing purple and greens. And then, but all these products now are coming out and going purple. What is up with that? We'll hit that in another video. I want to look more into that. But, we'll never know. You ask the questions, you'll get lies. And that's what I'm talking about. It's all about lies. Let's get down to this. Exodus 20:16, right? Thou shalt not lie, the 9th commandment. Let's talk about that today. There's a reason for all the commandments, and I'm going to try to do videos and break them all down, right? But let's talk about this one, because this is more serious than we realize. Thou shalt not lie. Why would God command us not to lie? Well, let's look at it, okay? So as I began here, about the polluted waters, polluted skies, and the stuff that's, going on that, the people in charge were getting nothing but lies. Why is that? How did that happen? Well, it's no different, right? The thing is, we hear this stuff, and we all agree, these people at the top are lying to us. they're lying to us, and we're all starting to agree on that. But we, and how important and bad it is of their lies, what it's causing to us. When people like Mr. Gates wants to lie about his nonsense and, pump all this money into it. They're pumping, but they'll lie to us, and they're pumping all these billions of dollars into all this stuff that's actually killing us off, right? Bad for us. Whether it be, chemtrails, when that stuff first started out, it was being, oh no, they were lying. Oh no, those are contrails. Those are contrails. And they were lying to people, and how were they doing it? Little white lies, right? Because people with normal sense about how these things operate, like spent any time paying attention or studying how engines operate and stuff, you would realize that, oh yeah, that is probably condensation as it gets hot and it's leaving its steam trail and it evaporates. Well, the thing is, they were lying and saying that that's what it was, but anyone that wanted to pay attention to the skies were seeing that, well, that stuff's not evaporating, it's getting thicker and spreading out throughout the day. That's chemicals they're spraying up in there and poisoning us, right? But they're lying to us. And how dangerous are those lies, right? How what's really going on with the purple skies? We ask the questions, but we'll get lies. And how dangerous are those lies? You know what I mean? Oh, geez, no. He's an acrobat. Let's go. No, you don't. All right. Get me out of here. I'm going to catch him. He taunted me. He was taunting me. He's gone now. He's gone now. Come on. So anyways, those are big examples, and these lies have severe consequences. All your politicians lying to you, whether it be Trump or Harris, whatever. It's lies, and these lies turn into huge consequences. You take, some people now are even too young to even remember Operation Iraqi Freedom or whatever, right? The whole we go into Iraq war based on lies, weapons of mass destruction, based on lies, those consequences of those lies. So why would God tell us, oh, don't lie? Because the truth of the matter is, it's just more things that showing that we're in the end times. The lies have gotten out of hand and have totally, the world is as bad as it is, and lies are a big reason for that, right? We act like, oh, little white lies ain't no big deal, and, we're conditioned this way from kids and don't even realize, right? Like our parents were lying to us and didn't realize it, right? Just take Santa Claus, for example, right? So you don't want your kids to hurt, right? Or to have hurt feelings and stuff like that. But then suddenly you've been telling them, because it's just the way it's been, and people just don't realize the consequences and magnitude of it, right? And they don't you've been telling them about Santa Claus and all this stuff, and I suppose I should put viewer discretion here. I don't want to ruin it, right? But but then they find out, well, Santa Claus ain't real. You lied to me, and that's what, one of your major things as a child, you lied. To me, it wasn't, and that's not that. But, people don't realize that, and it embeds in you. It's not like, right? It's just, then as you're growing older, then you start to question everything else. Oh, well, mom and dad, or or mom or dad, however it is, but growing up, tell me about Jesus and, all this. Well, that's probably all lies too, and, so it just spirals out of control from there. And, from the time people were kids, they start giving these little white lies because they don't want these stupid little consequences. And it just develops from there to the point that, once upon a time when people in high places were doing bad things, people would question it. And sometimes, it wasn't good outcomes or whatever. But now it's to the point, they would be threatened. You want to, keep your job or whatever it is, right? But now it's to the point where it's just business as usual. Lying is second nature. And these lies have destroyed this nation, destroyed this world, and destroys our lives very much, right? And, it's not all about, we all can take whatever situation you want. I take my situation, and lies have really screwed my life up. Lies from lots of different ways, right? Have really screwed my life up and caused severe consequences. And some of that started out as little white lies, right? Not me lying. And, I'm not trying to say I'm holier than thou, but I've come to the conclusion against lying a long time ago. I do my best to try to make sure that I don't. It's easy to do, right? We all do, at least have done it, right? I try to see how I try to keep myself in check on stuff. Honesty is a very important policy for me, and that don't make me holy, whatever. We all got shit to deal with. And what we need to do is first start getting true understanding, right? I'm not coming on here to be, not always opening the Bible and telling you chapter and verse or whatever. I'm not on here to be your Christian influencer, right? To a point. That's not what my channel is all about. But I'll throw it in there as need be. But the thing is, I'm not trying to thump. My thing is the Christians, trying to help you understand. All of us need to help each other understand, because Christians are very much liars too, big time. Some of the heads of the churches, and they'll lie and they'll think, well, it's for the benefit of this and that. No, God commanded us not to lie, and Jesus doubled down on that. Later on, he said, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Because it came to the point that humans were lying so much that it turned into, well, you better swear on God, you better swear on this, you better swear on that. And it was already to that point then, and Jesus said, no, you swear on nothing. It's not yours to swear on. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Just don't lie. That's why we were commanded to that. Because those lies, no matter how big or small, eventually cause major problems, right? Like we can see the lies about the weather, what they're doing, the lies about HARP, some of these, anyone who's tuning in, if you're not sure some of these things I'm talking about, always speak up in the comments, and I'll do my best to get that straightened out, maybe in another video, or if I can answer it in a reply, but by all means, because sometimes I don't know where the background from all my viewers are, or whatever, but I might mention these things such as HARP. I'm going to assume but if you don't, then always feel free to speak up, But anyways, we get lied to about that, and we can say, oh, those are major lies that are, we get lied to about the thing that happened in 2019, right? And the lockdowns and, just all these things. We get major things that, and we're lied to. Everything's a lie anymore, right? Everything is a lie. But what kind of severe consequences have they had? But who are we on our own personal level, right? On our own local level. Let's say our local politicians are lying, right? And now they're destroying lives because they want, whatever the reason is, they'll move up, they think, or whatever, right? And what did those little lies do? Like cops are trained to lie, right? The cops that both times they pulled their shit both nights in a row. They lied right through their teeth. And that's okay as long as we can get the charge, because we assume you're guilty, right? Even though all the evidence showed the other way. But that's what those lies do. And, now look at my life now thanks to those lies, okay? And even on a personal level, people lying to each other, they get in relationships or whatever. Even people when they first meet, in this dating thing, they're like telling each other, oh, because look, how deep does it go? Okay, I can sadly blame my parents for lying to me on stuff, right? Like Santa and all that. But you know what? My mom lied to me majorly, and it sucks because I'm not, I love my mom. She's raised me right and stuff. But the only one thing is she made me, she pushed the whole thing, it's all about respect and all this for women, and women got it so bad and all this and that, right? And not, but ignoring the fact about how women are to men and how women really are. And we don't want to face that. And nobody wants to face that. And no matter what you get into, we can't talk about that stuff, right? Well, those lies cause me major problems in life, right? Mom lied to me about women, how women are so great and men are the bad, and women need, she raised a good, how to be a good God-fearing man and do it right, okay? So that's what I attempted to do. And many times you miss out on certain people, right? Because they meet you, and if you ain't ready to, strip down right then and there, but that's not how you were raised, right? So, not that you ain't got it in you, but you're not raised that way, so you're trying to do it properly because that's what women need, right? So you were lied to that your whole life. And I'm not saying it ain't both ways. I don't want to be taken the wrong way here either. But you got to see from my perspective. It's proven more than once how that screwed me over, believing that. Oh, you start letting them get away with all this shit that they're doing wrong because you believed all these lies that were pumped into you from a child. And that's just how it goes. Then you get, people lying to each other when they meet each other, right? Oh, I'm looking for this and I'm looking for that. If most of the women I met would have just told me, keep your heart to yourself, I'm only about testing out that dick. If they would have been honest about it, I'd be, instead of out here in this home, I'd be probably speaking to you from my vacation home in Hawaii, right? Because my life would have sure went a lot better directions, right? Instead, I'm not so scripted. I got probably leaving things out that I wanted to say, because when I get these, I don't write it all down when I first get the thoughts of what I want to do for the video, and then Whiskey and I go on our walk, and it gets out of whack. I forget, so I get off track a little bit or whatever, and we're not scripted. And it's getting chilly now, I don't like that. We got to figure out what we're going to do about that. But the point is, every one of the commandments are important. And why? Why would God put them important? Everyone wants to blame God for this and that. Why would God do this? Why would God do that? Well, we haven't obeyed him from the start. That's just a fact. We haven't obeyed him from the start. Do we want to face it? No matter who you are, no matter how close you think you are to God, I'm certainly not claiming I'm a better Christian than anyone, right? And get your religious thought out of it, your religious mindset, and put it there. We have not obeyed him from the start. He gives us all these commandments, and if we would all follow them, life would be way better. Our society has been destroyed by lies. Our personal lives are being destroyed by lies. Our skies are being destroyed by lies. Life here on earth is becoming almost inhabitable soon enough, because whatever these sick bastards are doing, but it's all part of the judgments. God's allowed these lunatics to become in control, right? But these are the biggest liars of all. But these lies, no matter how big, lying causes major problems, right? you can take little lies, and you look at my life, and little lies has led to major problems. And, and I'm not talking only about the whole, where I take it to the extreme and say, oh, I was lied to as a child about, and that's not what I mean. But I'm talking about from there in all my situations in life, where I am at now, the things that caused this is some minor lies leading into major lies, that because people just don't want to be just good, honest people and tell who they really are, right? You meet and you look at relationships these days, marriages and stuff. Why is it so bad? Well, because people's learn to do nothing but lying instead of just saying, here's how it is, here's who I am, right? Instead, they meet somebody to pretend to be somebody else, and for years you don't even know who you're living with, who you're dealing with, and they was nothing but a liar. Then, when things get, they can't handle where it went because you were believing lies, and, maybe things would have been whatever, right? Then it turns into major fucking problems because they can't handle what it's turned in, where their lies have gotten. And that's wherever it is. Our world is such a disaster because of lies. So, thou shalt not lie. All the commandments, this is the point, all the commandments are important if we would follow them, and it's just to the point where we don't even hold anyone accountable. Even the people that work for us, we allow them to tell us what to do. They've lied to us for years, and they're lying to us now about all this shit, about everything. What's going on with the hurricanes, right? That just happened. Lies. We'll never get the truth. It's all lies, But it's not just majorly. We got to look at our personal lives, who we are on a personal level. You got to search your own self out. I'm not here to call certain people liars or, with stuff like that, point people at, oh, they're lying about this, they're lying about that. It's just like snitches, okay? Right? People don't like snitches for whatever their reasons are. I don't like them, snitches, informants, stuff like that, because you're a liar, because that's who you are, because you will do all this dirty, rotten stuff, and most of the time worse than other people, but to save your own skin, now you'll fucking rat everybody else out. And my thing is because I'm involved in anything it's because that's who you are as a person, right? I choose, for the most part, and this is who I was, no matter the things I've been involved in my club days and everything else, right? If you're a cheater, I try to choose to keep you away from me, right? Because that's the thing. If you cheat on the most important person in your life, you'll cheat everybody, right? If you're dishonest to them, you'll be dishonest to everybody. You can't be trusted. And that's what we don't want to understand. And that's one thing we don't understand is you always got to include everybody. No, you don't. We need to start coming together and start realizing that we can exclude the sinners out of our lives. And, people hear that and then you go, oh, yeah, hardcore. No, right? I agree with excluding sinners out of my life because I see how badly little lies can destroy everything, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Welcome to our newest followers, subscribers. We appreciate it very much. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. And let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See ya. See, this is the kind of stupid bullshit. Come on now. That's what you call idiots, right? Idiots.